Hi, welcome Scorpio. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This is for a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This has got to be a job situation. You know, the humanitarian thing to do, or the evolved thing to do, was to build a bridge. And I think you did that, or you tried to do that. But both sides need to come through in good faith here. You know, let me shut up. I'll put a link in in the comments when I figure out exactly what this is. So that wants to pop out. Okay. Snake. Snake in reverse. Not doing the same thing over and over again, but you're doing the same. There's an opportunity for you to get tricked again. It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That sort of thing. Oh, links in reverse. Oh. Okay. No? Something's... Okay, it's either very, very political, this. So if you're not into politics, it's the politics at work. But that's only the face of it. Behind those politics, it's like a very, very powerful family here. So it could be that you're employed by a very, very powerful family. Maybe, like I'm getting like Rockefellers, Rothschilds, you know, the big boys. Elephant reverse. This is all in reverse. No inspiration, no protection for you. It's every bridge they build with anyone that's not their family specific, and I'm not talking about those families. That's just an example. I mean, I'm sure we don't know these families, you know, like I don't know if this is something that you can read about in the paper, but there's a lot of history here. And it does have everything to do with bloodline. And it has everything to do with subjugating other family trees for their own benefit. You know, if everyone else is sick, we're the strong ones. I don't know if you're into finances or if you're a creative person, but Snake in Reverse tells me that no matter what you are or what you do, there's a spiritual side of you. So it's like most people are living at level 2. If this was a video game, you've got it turned up to 11. You know. So the spirit moves through all things as you see it, just kind of walking through life. So there's no way that you're not going to notice if something's unethical or downright illegal, immoral, or wrong. It's a sort of thing where you might find out that either the people that you're working for are funding extremely unethical, illegal things, or they're trying to use you as fodder. Because what I'm getting is like everyone that's not their family is fodder. And to try and humanize a situation that might seem inhumane or inhuman even. Oh, there goes my, hold on. Sorry. No, it's not saying it's right, but the point of view from this very, very powerful family is they can't connect with anyone else. It's like literally impossible for them to care about anyone else. But they know they're supposed to. So they have all the foundations and they hire all the people and they've got, the rainbow of humanity working for them. They'll make you feel, it could be that they made you feel like you're part of the family. Or they made you feel, and if this isn't you, by the way, Scorpio, and there's someone on your mind, we're talking about the person on your mind, okay? So if you're still with me and you're like, this isn't you, okay? This is someone that's about to come into your life that's deciding not to do the same thing over and over again with these people. Not be used by them. On a very mundane street level, it would be getting people to vote against their own best interests, if we're talking politics. At the highest level, it's like hiring and employing and paying people to help destroy their own people. So this is very specific here, and have no fear, because this should just be confirmation. If this isn't someone that you're interested in and you're like, I'm not sure I trust the bank that I work for, maybe you're a personal assistant, like you literally feel like they've kind of adopted you into the family, or they made you feel like you're part of the family, like literally maybe with open arms, welcome to the family. It was all words. It was all words. It was only ever words. And if it wasn't you, it'd be someone else. So if you feel like something's going to fall through, with the business here, or with the corporation, the industry, the project, whatever it is, if you're a scientist, the experiment, no, it will go on. It all doesn't collapse if you decide to do the right thing and step away from something. Relaxing in Japantown. Okay. I really, really want to stay away so much, so hardcore, from going into the World War II situation here. So I'm going to avoid going into that. I don't think we need to talk about what certain countries did to other countries and their people, and how the shockwaves are still there. There's still shockwaves. So if this is metaphorical, there was a lot of damage done here, and it could be that you're just being hired. It's like maybe if you haven't been welcomed into the family as a personal assistant and you're still with me, this is a job opportunity that's not quite the opportunity that you think it is. It's see, I'm not into politics. I don't know the exact term. Do I know the exact term? Damage control? The damage has been done, and now they need the face of the damage control so people don't come screaming with pitchforks, all together agreeing, Instead, we're fighting each other. So if this isn't literally that you kind of separated yourself, maybe spiritually and physically, from your people, and you're kind of surrounded by, or you're being seduced by, and seduction comes in lots of forms, and this is like a really nice sushi place, like really expensive, fancy, elitist, like you have to know the special knock sushi place, okay? If we're not talking about the geopolitics of the workplace or family. It's not being seduced by the glitz and the glamour when that hurt. It wasn't so long ago. The damage done It's like the dust hasn't even quite settled yet. So if this is like family versus family, the Hatfields versus McCoys, okay, it's warning you against well-intentioned, we're evolved, we can move past this, we start with ourselves, man in the mirror point of view, to build a bridge here. I don't think the bridge can be built here with all of these reversals. Look at this. With the manta ray here for you, I think you need to take a different direction here. It was almost like a trap. The writing's not on the wall, though. It could be that you come across, if you're into finances, you do the books, you come across something that doesn't quite make sense, like the cracks are starting to show in the official story. So this could be, if you're a small country and you happen to be in the local government, you realize that your higher ups are not telling you the truth about this crumbling infrastructure that is the financial situation there. And they're going to book and bail and leave you holding the books that have been fixed. And it's something like that where you can kind of say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. With Angel Island in reverse here. Okay, so this could be a technological death. This could be one country, we won't name any names, who has a proverbial, metaphorical, or not so, noose around a smaller sovereign country's neck. And if they squeeze that rope, if they back them into a corner, it turns off a lot of technology. But even if they don't, they could turn off a lot of technology if they wanted to. So there's a couple messages here for you as just alone as a Scorpio, and then also just as the grander citizen of life. That it's like spiritually you've already decided where you stand. Ethically, like a long time ago. That ship has sailed. Whatever side you're on here. Okay, so this is more about seeing that you don't need to support them or they don't need to support you. That at the end of the day, if you're not part of their immediate family, they don't really see you. They don't have your best interests at heart. But it's not apparent. The writing's not on the wall. They won't say it to you. You kind of have to look for it. Or at least rise above the it's the tail wagging the dog here with the political thing and the stories and the bullcrap going over and over again and just changing the story slightly. And then, we forget, we move on, and something about you not being seduced by this very powerful family. And if you're not close with your own family, you're watching out for your own bloodline in your body, in your blood, and no one else's. Okay, so if this is still resonating and you're still with me here, I see that you're spiritual. A clue is they're not spiritual. It's very linear. It's black or white. It's... What am I missing? Huh. Why? Okay. If this is work, and you're feeling this, I got Thoth here saying you need to have some joy, after working so hard. You need to take some vacation time to think about this here. Don't let anyone talk you into a contract. Even if you were in a contract before and you're used to it and it's what you know and you're unsure of the future, it's a no. Because there is no happy ending with this corporation or working for this family. Because they don't see you as part of the family. They don't see anybody but their own family as that. It's like on a grand scale. The universe is the universe. What you want for someone else will happen to you. And that happening to you is happening for these people or this corporation. Save yourself. It's a sinking ship. There is no bridge really to be made here. All is forgotten. Not really. It's some sort of a emotional, political proxy war that you're rising above here, that you got burned by, or your people or your family got burned by in the past, not this time. What to do? Today, tomorrow, next week. Besides, besides taking the time out to kind of remove yourself from the situation, go and lay out on the beach and drink margaritas, whatever that means to you, to give yourself some breather to say, okay, you can think small term, you can think big term here for your career, and you don't need them. It's like they need you more than you need them. Today, tomorrow, next week. What to do, what not to do. Oh, okay. So starting today, baby steps with, oh yeah. This is, you can tell a little white lie and say that there's an emergency with your family or something and take that vacation or the weekend, the spa retreat. Hot springs, okay, I'm hearing hot springs. Scarab tells me that all the gods are on your side to show you a different way, path, light your way to a new life. So this isn't for you, it's not your fate, it's not your karma, okay? And if this is just someone who finances what you do, it's okay to say no thank you. I'm always really excited when I see Scarab show up. It's a new life, it's being reborn. But with the mind, with your mind, it's kind of, I see a connection to the world card. It's like being reborn as the fool, but with your wisdom, with your mind that you have now, your experience, your power, your peace. What not to do? Try and make this work. That's impossible. You can't make the impossible work here. So this bridge that you're trying to build because you're the bigger person, it's an impossible thing here. Saturn cube could have something to do with it. Gold. I don't know. But this isn't something that you need to just sit by and watch or deal with, or, oh, well, that's just the way the business is. No, that doesn't cut it for you. Maybe them, not you. If that's not it, being in reverse tells me that all your beautiful gifts and talents, like there's almost a forgive me, but a savant about how gifted or talented or beautiful you are. It's untouchable. It defies science. It defies gravity. They wanted to harness that for themselves. And at this point, you're breaking away from letting anybody else harness that for themselves, and it's only for you. Starting today. By being optimistic. Telling a little white lie to give yourself a spa day. Okay. Removing yourself from the rat race. I didn't do a great job of making a rat race card. I called it King Rat of Trash Mountain, wearing a mask. Hey, how are ya? You know, it's like the, yeah, hey guys. It's like the office talk or the political. You can't even take it anymore. Like, it makes you sick to your stomach because it's so inauthentic. So it could be that you decided to go into politics and now you're like, okay, turn my little roller skates or rollerblades or right back around. Okay, tomorrow. So proverbially tomorrow, what to do, what not to do. Okay. Really enjoy the things that you don't have to necessarily participate in. And so if it's like you do what you love for work, we're talking about something else that's separate from how you earn your living or how you earn your keep for yourself as far as being a disciplined person. So this isn't about being disciplined spiritually or with work necessarily. It's about relaxing and allowing the sky to embrace you like a loving father with, you know, the music of the mothers. I don't know if there's like a Lilith Fest or something like that, or I'm guessing, I don't know where you're from, or if you're a person of color, there's like a jazz fest, but there's some groups from where your roots come from, and you can go and feel loved and embraced, and like you're home for a little minute. And it's just something that reminds you what it's all about, okay? And I'm going to leave that there. So this is about your enjoyment, relaxation, sitting back. And if it's not like a jazz fest or something like that, it could just literally be sky gazing. You give yourself 5 or 10 minutes every day to just look at the sky. You know, just look at the sky, find some shapes in the clouds, or enjoy a beautiful sunrise. It's something like that, whatever that means to you, where you're not having to do. You're just being. You're just a human being. Okay, so maybe that's what you're planning for with this vacation here. What not to do. Spider, Embarcadero. Okay, so this is not... Embarcadero, just it goes all the way all over everywhere. Nice spots, not so nice spots with skill here. Make this vacation really just about relaxing. You're not peddling your wares. You're not handing out business cards. You're not... You're not on stage. You're not on the clock. And if that's not it, don't go on like the road trip you've always wanted to where you're going all over the place or you're on a train for 3 days. No, it's like pick a nice spot in a park, go to an outdoor festival. You know, there's always some sort of like a Shakespeare in the park that even like little high schools do here and there if you're in the middle of nowhere. But it's you putting your to-do list away just for a couple days. And then Spirit will bring something in to your attention that reminds you. Oh, yeah. It could be that there's a friend that you can meet up with that you haven't seen in a long time. And it could be that they didn't call you because they thought you weren't calling them, and you didn't call them because they thought you weren't calling. Do you see what I mean? It could be something like that if you run into them and it feels really good. It doesn't feel like weird or creepy or like they're stalking you or anything. Yeah, say, hey, do you want to go to that show? Or you want something like that? So, good company, laughing, giggling, the margaritas on the beach, it's something like that. What not to do forced. With the Embarcadero and Spider, yeah. If you even have to do work but you don't feel forced, it's always okay to ask for an extension. okay, for the deadline, if that's for somebody. So by next week, almost like now that you're seeing this with a different perspective, there's going to be a million red flags all day, every day that you never noticed before when you come back from your hiatus or your break for a couple days, you know. It's going to be like, wow, why is it okay for other people to go take smoke breaks, but I can't? Or, y'all can go out for coffee, but I have to. It's something like that. Like you realize how heavily they rely on you, or how much more responsibility they hoist onto you that's not your responsibility. And you're feeling how it's restricting your artistic expression as a creator. Instead of making fine art, you're making crafts, something like that. And it really is affecting you. And there's no guilt and there's no shame there. It's just that you could be doing so much better with how you express yourself and enjoy that. I'll put it that way, I guess. And it's little things here and there that you're going to notice that you didn't notice before. It's like everyone kind of being on board with this scheme that you didn't know was a scheme. Because it's so vast or grand, you know? But you're not going to let them scapegoat you for anything. Like I said, they might be kind of causing chaos and then expecting other people to swoop in and do damage control. And you're just saying, no, I'm not going to do that. Like with staying away from politics or family or anything like that, I just need to go paint somewhere, something like that. I can't do it. You know, I just can't do it. It's not making me happy. I can't be myself. No. It couldn't be any clearer for me, Scorpio. If you're still with me, it's time to separate from this, but it's a little bit by little bit here. You don't want to jump off a cliff without knowing where you're going to land. So it's focusing and planning with optimism and joy and faith and love and devotion to your own joy, devotion to your own passion for life. Yeah. It's having a backbone here. So it might not be easy, but you can do it. If anyone can do it, you can do it. And it's not about the family. It's not about the world. It's about you, your heart, your spirituality. And feeling safe, solid, loved, respected. Short term, long term. In your love life, in your work life, and in your family life. So there's definitely a stepping away here from, and if it's just low stakes, here we're talking about a friend. And at the end of the day, the pain is still there. It's like your grandfather still killed their grandfather. You know, it's something like that. And if this is you dating someone and it's from a completely different culture, it's not saying that could never work in your life, but this is not working for you in your life. And if you're already married and you feel like you were never accepted by their family or their culture, it ain't getting any better. Until you say no, walk away. And really embody your true potential. It's being inhibited. It's being harnessed. It's being lassoed. And you just can't be bothered. Okay, Scorpio. All right, I'm going to let you go. I hope that helps. And I'll see you for the next one, okay? Bye-bye.